Have you ever felt like the deeper you dive into your thoughts, the more isolated you become? That the more you understand about life, the harder it is to connect with those around you? It's a compelling paradox, and it's not just in your head. Society has always had an uneasy relationship with true thinkers, not because they're wrong, but because they see what others are blind to. History shows us this vividly, from Socrates' questioning of authority to Darwin's revolutionary theories to modern-day visionaries like Elon Musk. Those who challenge the status quo often face rejection first, recognition later. Brilliant minds aren't sidelined because they lack brilliance. They're sidelined because they unsettle the seats of power and comfort. Philosophers like Schopenhauer believed that intelligence, while a gift, can also be a curse. For him, the more you understand, the less you can ignore the world's harsh realities. Why? Because true insight doesn't simply expand your perspective. It shrinks the space for illusions. It makes it harder to pretend that everything is okay, when deep down we know it's not. But why does society resist this kind of truth-telling, especially from the most profound thinkers? The answer lies deep within human psychology. When you meet someone wildly intelligent, it's not just admiration you feel, it's a threat. Think of it like looking into a mirror. The deeper the reflection, the more uncomfortable it can be, especially if it reveals our own flaws or limitations. Imagine standing next to someone who is not just smart, but wise, someone who questions everything you believe about yourself and the world. Instead of sparking curiosity, this often sparks discomfort and defensiveness. It's as if the brain reacts as if facing a predator, not a mind. This is why, throughout history, the most radical thinkers often ended up on the fringes of society. Their ideas challenged norms, threatened established beliefs, and yet their insights laid the foundation for progress. Socrates, for example, questioned everything. His method of relentless inquiry was seen as dangerous, even corrupting. His final act, choosing death over silence. Galileo's discoveries about the cosmos brought him into conflict with the church. His truth was heresy until centuries later. Nikola Tesla dreamt of free energy for the world, only to die impoverished, his revolutionary ideas suppressed by powerful interests. These individuals weren't isolated because they lacked confidence. They were isolated because they dared to see more than others. But here's a crucial point. This rejection isn't just about society's fear. It's also rooted in our biology. When deep thinkers challenge the collective belief system, our brain's primal centers light up, fear responses ignite, as if we're under attack. Because historically, social acceptance was our survival tool. Those cast out were vulnerable, hunted, even killed. In modern times, this translates to social fears. When someone challenges group consensus, the reaction is often to dismiss or exclude. Studies show that in group settings, the deeper the ideas, the more people feel threatened. So they unconsciously try to diminish the thinker to restore their own sense of security. And social media? It amplifies this effect. Algorithms reward simple, emotionally charged content, sound bites, outrage, humor, over nuance. Complex ideas? Less likely to go viral. Deep thinkers become the outsiders, their reflections drowned in a sea of shallow distractions designed to keep us comfortable. So, what does this mean for those who see beyond the surface? The truth is, society isn't built to embrace the deep mind. It's built for stability, for comfort, for routine. Evolution favors certainty because it reduces mental discomfort. Our brains prefer familiar ideas and simple solutions. They crave cognitive ease. This is why complex truths, no matter how vital, often face resistance. Our minds rationalize and defend the status quo, so much so that challenging beliefs triggers automatic defense mechanisms. It's easier to believe what's known than to risk the uncertainty of new ideas. History is rich with examples of this dynamic. Consider Galileo again. His heliocentric model was dismissed, ridiculed, and persecuted. Yet today we celebrate him as the father of modern science. Or Tesla, whose visions of free energy were deemed mad, only to be admired long after his death. Their ideas were ahead of their time, too dangerous for the current society, yet essential for the next leap. And what about pioneers in social justice, or radical philosophers who questioned morality and tradition? Their insights often sparked outrage and exile, but eventually their truths reshaped societies. It's a pattern. Society resists enlightenment until it can no longer ignore it.